Hello art creators, this video is going to be a pretty interesting one both for players and developers because I'm going to be sending this video to few art creators developers at Embark, and I'm going to be sharing my suggestions for future updates and suggestions from my community. And also obviously you can comment down below and say what you would like to see. Video will be timestamped so you can just jump on whatever part you want in a video to see a specific topic I will be discussing. Some of these things I discussed with my community and with players, and we agreed on most topics, and I think genuinely these things will make game better, both for PvEers and PvPers. I'm gonna start with things we want in a game, and without further ado, let's start. We want lockers and loadouts in this game. Most of the time, 90% of the time, when I'm using free key, just because I'm not too lazy, but I don't want to spend 10 minutes or even 5 minutes going through my inventory and I already don't have enough inventory, then playing this Tetris, taking these parts and that parts to, craft, and there's no space to craft, and you have to put it in your storage and inventory and this and that. I don't want to do that. Nobody wants to do that. And nobody probably wants to run a free loadouts. It's very cheap to run green loadout with one gun and a few heals. At least give us a way that we can prepare like 3 or 5 loadouts during our free time or when I'm waiting for our friends or something like that. If we won't have any way to just click and craft whatever I want from my inventory, I understand it might be some technical issues with that, but at least give us a way to have a locker and let us prepare loadouts. I want to have prepared loadout for some specific missions. For example, if I'm taking down Queen, or if I'm doing some ground vehicle, ground arc damage, or snitches, or I would rather have something already ready, even if it's green or blue, doesn't matter what it is. And also, by the way, you can maybe level up your locker or something, like you level up your benches. So you can have like starter loadout, like only 2 or 3, and then if it's max level, you can like have 10 loadouts. Doesn't matter what, we need that. It's one of the major things, and I think most players will agree. Second one is we want other teammates in group, when we are in group, to see the map. Only leader can see the map, and I don't understand why, because every time, oh, what's the events are coming out, what's the events are active now, why don't everyone else can see that? I just don't get it. It should not be like technically a big issue when it comes to how games work. Just let them open a map. What's the big deal here? I just don't understand. We need that. Next big one is storage. I understand developers want you to use all your items, but as we understand right now, you can't really do that because you need some items for later, or you are not just using them. And I'm not asking to increase storage size, I'm asking to increase stack size. I just don't understand why some items are 3 stack or only 5 stack. Increase at least stack of items. Why is this such a big deal? If the game was not so good in other ways, this single-handedly, this feature would ruin the game and people would quit just because of that. That is so we just need more space. Just increase at least stack size. What's the big deal here? I don't understand. I and everyone I know, when we go to the file, like with loadouts, we are actively almost trying to lose our loadouts at this point to just free up space. And as soon as we like lose, we go like super risky plays and we lose it. Again, after one match, it's filled out again. And when I want to click Scrappy, that's whole like 10 minutes of just what I should delete and what I recycle to free up the space. Please guys, what are you doing? Also, the items that are like decorative for your room, like this, I don't know, like music players or like projector and inflated ball or something, they should not be part of the storage at all. Okay, I want to customize my room, alright? But why are they taking my place in my storage? That also doesn't make sense. They are not even in storage, they are in a room technically, right? If we are following the game lore or fantasy, right? Yeah, I just don't get it. Also, another thing is KD ratio, or just simply damage meters, like who I assisted, how many times I assisted, how many players I eliminated. We want to see that once we end a session. Why I'm getting like XP player damage XP instead of damage. I don't want to go through all the event map and it's cool, very cool, where you went and what you searched and what you healed and like whatever it is. It's pretty good, but I want to see actual damage really clearly. How many assists, how many players are damaged. I don't want this super confusing, go through the events, go through the XP. Makes no sense to me. And to many others, I know. Another thing is that at this point it's too late to talk about, but it was very confusing which items to recycle, which ones to save, which ones to sell, because who knew the light bulbs and humidifiers were needed for some, workbench updates and stuff. Right now we know what is what, but it was super confusing, and then people sold their light bulbs and stuff. They were searching, like whole lobbies were searching for the single light bulb. It was ridiculous. Again, if the game was not so good in other ways, this would have been a big red flag. Now let's talk about Expedition. We don't know much about Expedition, but from what we know, basically it's not worth it. And I'm gonna explain why. I'm still gonna do Expedition, but I think they have to adjust some things before this Expedition period will come actually, and people will start doing these expeditions. We know that basically you are losing everything, including workbench, BPs, all of your resources, your skill level or your levels, and you have to redo the mission, so looks like, and you have to just gain your levels again, and you don't have benches anymore, you don't have any BPs anymore, you don't have anything in your inventory. You're sending basically whatever game gives you at the beginning. I think that's absolutely super duper ridiculous, because game lore basically says that your character leaves and someone else takes its place. I just don't understand why workbenches should be upgraded again. That doesn't make sense. If I upgraded this workbench as a character, I went to Expedition, put all my items in Expedition, right? But I put my benches in there too. It's not part of this fantasy and lore, and also it will make game ridiculous to your benches to be wiped. Doesn't make it okay. Levels I understand, levels I totally understand. Skill points I understand, obviously it's tied to the levels, and maybe I even understand BPs. I'm against it, but okay, I understand BPs maybe even, but benches makes no sense. Also, to be honest, the Cycle Frontier made the same mistake. They reset all the missions, and I think resetting missions will be huge mistake. If you're going to be burning out players doing the same missions over and over again every 3 months, again, I don't know how much this game will last in terms of how good it is in other mechanics, but that will burn out players big time, especially PvE players. They're all gonna quit, I think, because of the one reason. I don't think missions should be reset, because you guys are not adding enough missions, and you will not, and you can't add enough missions, okay, to satisfy PvE players. And doing the same missions over and over again, that's not gonna be fun for anybody at all. Next one is a very important topic in my opinion. It's just 2x events for leaderboards, and in general stating that special events and night raids have better loot or can give you more loot or something like that is very provocative in a bad way, because everyone is playing right now only events and night raids. I myself don't remember when I played day raid. Even though some YouTuber did some survey or in their community, I think they had like 3,000 messages about where they've been getting arguments, aka backpacks, and turns out they got their BPs for arguments both on daytime and nighttime equally, or even daytime more. So I just don't understand what type of better loot are we getting during nighttime or events, because in my experience, even in card rooms, I'm getting maybe instead of level 2 Venator, I'm gonna get level 3 Venator, and plus I might get another blue weapon instead of only getting one. So it's not even worth it. And in general, what is better loot? What is good loot? In my opinion, good loot is good BPs. But when it comes to BPs, I think we have some weird situation, because everyone I know who played minimum of 130, 150, 150 hours, they have no more than 30 to 35 BPs, random BPs. Everyone has different ones, but no more than that. It reminds me of the situation with Steam trading cards or something, when you play a certain amount of time and game gives you only this many trading cards. It's very similar, because everyone I know, maybe you can comment and tell me how many BPs you have in how many hours of play, but everyone I know who has 130 hours to 160 hours, they have no more than 30 to 35 BPs. I don't know anyone who has like 50 BPs, even people who were searching for it. So that's that. And that's not even worst part. Worst part is leaderboards. Especially if you are considering Hidden Bunker with 40-minute session instead of 30-minute session, it's getting absolutely ridiculously, you know, like I don't even know what devs thought about, like what was thinking about this, but giving one event per 24 hours, I mean for Europeans twice a day, but for everyone in United States only once on 2 p.m. EST, basically giving 40-minute session for 1 hour, that's just ridiculous. What are we doing here? Seriously. But in general, these 2x events I think are hurting big time the leaderboards, like big time, and it's just unfun. It's not fun. This should not be, nothing should be 2x, and that's it in my opinion. And another thing about leaderboards, I don't know who creates these leaderboard challenges or missions, because we don't have any PvP related missions or challenges, and PvE is not fun. Okay, I understand some people want to participate in these challenges and they're PvEers, right? But most of us people who will stick around will be PvPers, and you are not giving us anything to fight for right now, okay? PvE is gonna leave you because you won't have enough missions for them, PvE content, only PvPers is gonna stick around, and you are not giving anything to PvPers right now when it comes to challenges or missions. Maybe you guys have to, developers have to create, I don't know, PvP, related challenges or leaderboards or something, because right now doing some things against Ark and with this 2x, the bunker 40-minute thing, it's just not fun. It makes no sense at all. Also, by the way, this leaderboard cosmetics are hideous. I don't know why they are so bad, but it's not even worth trying for that specific thing. Like, I'm not gonna wear none of those cosmetics ever. I don't even know why I'm trying to participate in leaderboards. It's just not worth it, and hopefully expedition skins won't be as bad. Now these few points are my opinion, and I did not discuss these things with anyone else, but I think these few points will make game better, but these are my personal preferences. All these fruits and mushrooms will be searching for, like lemons and apricots and mushrooms or whatever it was, like prickle pears. They lost meaning completely. I think devs should add something craftable. You can craft during the session, but you cannot craft in your inventory when you are outside in Esperanza. You cannot. It makes no sense to me. You should be able to craft a salad or something, right? That is available. It's not available right now to craft if you are not in the game. That's ridiculous. I don't understand why that is. But fruits are meaningless right now completely. Aloe, yeah, also aloe. Also, I'm gonna add one more thing. I would like to see wanted list. If you are joining the game, for example, and if you have like toxic player, they should add maybe some sort of report something. But I understand how it can be toxic in other way around. Maybe people can report fake report, but wanted missions, or maybe wanted can be randomized. I don't know, like in a battlefield or something like that. That some players just wanted. That can be fun. And when you kill this player, the game can give you dog tag or something, and this dog tag can be like 5,000 coins or 10,000 coins or something like that. That can be fun. I think TTK is really, really short, really, really fast in this game when you are wearing purple and blue. I think TTK should be a lot longer, especially if somebody's fighting against you with a level 1 or level 2 gun. And if it's a cattle and if it's a rattler or something like that, it should be even harder for them to kill you. Right now, cattles and like Stitcher are overpowered against everything, and this game is gear based, and it makes no sense to basically run purple ever, because every single gun works on everything. It's not like, oh, you are running cattle, you cannot kill someone with better gear. You can totally. You can totally get, you are equal with someone with legendary purple if you are wearing basically even green, and if you know what you are doing. And now someone's gonna say, oh, it's a skill issue if you are playing against bad player. No, it's not a skill issue. It's just a very minimal difference when it comes to purples to blue and green and like no color, right? Very small difference, and I don't like it for gear-based gaming. It makes no sense to just grind for better gear, in my opinion. Next one is Herbal Bandages. Why Herbal Bandages are so expensive, huh? And also why I can buy only 6 of them per 24 hours or 12 hours. It makes no sense to me. They are expensive and rare. I need 6 bandages per match basically. So you want me to play only 1 match per day? That's the goal. Embark has about player count and player base, 1 match and leave the game. I just don't understand. It's very expensive and it's limited in quantity. I don't know why. Tell me why. Next thing is, I would like to see big fat timer when it comes to crafting legendary weapons, even if they are bad, and if they are working only on arc at this time around. Well, I still want to see, like, I don't know, 6, 12, 24 hour crafting times on these purple accelerators, and crafting time for legendary weapons, even crafting time for purple shield. Yes, they are bad, but at least it will give it a flavor. Okay, that's my opinion. That's how I would do it. Give it a timer. I think I covered everything I wanted to say. Let me know in the comments, because this is gonna be a feedback. Like I said, I'm gonna send this to a few Embark developers who are responsible about many things in this game. So yeah, let me know in comments what you think, what you would like to see. Say if you are PvP or PvE, what kind of features you would like to see. Anyways, thanks for watching. Sub, like, and comment. And if you are new or decent player, consider joining my Discord. We have pretty good players there.